Are you delivering work right now? Dude, are you working right now while we're trying to podcast?
And that's what we're talking about today. Yo, welcome back to the Creative Herd.
That's not what we're talking about.
It's not what we're
today.
talking about, but I got caught working while trying to mix in some pleasurable podcasting.
This is a weird setup.
It's a weird it's a weird setup today. We're actually if anyone knows why this is happening.
We're in a growth period.
Specifically, what just happened is that as soon as we plugged in our microphones, we're picking up like radio frequencies through our microphones. Not even through we were holding up our XLR cables, and we heard.
No, don't tell them that. That means we have cheap XLRs.
So what's up? What's up, dude? Ooh, actually, first things first. Our first round of the 3-week accountability program just wrapped, and we published both of our videos. Go check it out. My YouTube, Nolan Begley, Spencer Torok. You know what it is. How'd it go for you?
Pretty good. Left it to the last minute, and then came in and crushed it. Felt good about it.
How last minute?
What about you?
Well, how last minute?
I just edited on the weekend.
Oh.
But the thing for me is like, I like to look at my projects, not projects, but like footage. And like a lot of times for personal projects, I'll just like let it like ruminate in my mind. I don't know if that's the right word. And like, hopefully I'll just be able to come up with something. But for this project, it just wasn't clicking. I like looked at the footage that I had like a couple times and I'm like, I don't know. And I did that through the course of like maybe a week. And I was like, I need to just edit it. And then on the weekend, it was like,
just snap.
I was just like, I need to do this because I have a deadline to meet. And that was the motivation factor.
Yo, you know what? It worked. And bro, yours was fire.
Thanks,
the music choices, because you had multiple songs going, excellent. The natural wipes were super dope. The one that you did in After Effects, I was like, I've seen that a million times by Spencer Torok.
Yeah.
But the other one where like it was from the skate park into your porch shot, that was so nice.
Yeah,
like, it was,
black to black.
So nice.
Natural wipes.
Natural wipes.
Yeah.
But I have to say, was super impressed, and I'm stoked that you made a video that wasn't like tech review or like a how-to video. So it was nice to see the change up on the channel.
Yeah, a little montage vibe. All edited in DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, he switched.
Yeah, even that wipe was in DaVinci. That took me forever to be like, how do you make a mask?
Man, but that's sick. I don't think you've told the peeps that you've switched over to DaVinci completely now. Yeah,
it's been a work in progress, but fully editing in DaVinci being a full-time editor and then taking away your specific tools and like almost like rebranding, grabbing like another rebranded tool does the same thing, you know.
You think you're cool now?
No, because I'm pretty shit at DaVinci. But it is like a little bit, especially when I was editing, it's like, oh, okay, it really is your mind. Like you are the photographer, you're the editor, you're the filmmaker, not the camera.
True.
So it's like you'll still make the same choices whether you're holding a Sony or whether you're holding a Canon. But, you know, I've just been in Premiere so long that it's like it's part of me.
Right.
So it was just a cool realization.
So are we gonna expect some like DaVinci preset to drop in on the Creative Herd now?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. How did yours go?
You know what? It was fine. Mine was fine. I did it. And I did it with some time to spare too. We both did actually.
Yeah, we should have connected on that to actually be like, you know, even if you're done early, it has to be like a 7 p.m. premiere or some shit like that. That would be cool to coordinate.
We'll figure that out for this one, which is in 3 weeks from now. So start thinking about the ones that you want. But in terms of mine was okay. I didn't cheat, but I've been sitting on some footage for surezies. I was sitting on just a day where you and I and our dogs went to the beach.
It was just so long ago.
So long ago. I think it was the beginning of June, I want to say. And I was like, yeah, this is my YouTube. This is my next YouTube video. And it took 2 months to pump out because client work kind of just like took over. But I was stoked to finally let those clips see the world. Because
would you have edited this video if we had this thing, like this challenge?
What have I?
Because it's already been 2 months and you hadn't put it. Was it in a timeline already?
No, not at all. All raw clips.
So would you have put it? Do you think?
I think
Without
I was
this
getting
challenge?
kind of over it, honestly.
Like
I hadn't
too much
even,
time.
I had not even watched the clips over, like period.
Mm.
And it had so many different iterations. I like when I first shot it, I wanted it to be like a very cinematic video of my dog. And then as I was shooting it, I was like, oh, this is going to be more of like a vlog. So I don't really care about the shots. But then as I was shooting, I was like, well, some of them should be sick. And it still ended up being kind of vlog-esque, more like slice of life. But there were some really pretty shots and the colors were really pretty. Just naturally, it was so nice when we went at sunset.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also trying to hone in a bit better on my color grading, just because in photos, I take a lot of pride in the way I edit my photos, especially the color. I explore colors really well,
Right.
but it doesn't completely translate over into video unless I shot it properly. And a lot of times when you're running gun situations, you kind of fuck up the exposure a little bit and it's not exactly how you want it. So you have to learn how far you can push the limits of your shot, of your clips.
Yeah, for sure.
But thank God we shoot in log footage, and I don't know what we'd do if we didn't shoot in log. But at the end of the day, I was happy with it. I loved the music that I used. It was super fun.
Dude, your music track slapped.
Yeah, it was so good. I think I texted you last week. I was like, yeah, my music's fire.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's not like a competition,
No.
but it was like, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a little extra time and look for some music now because I know his music track slaps.
And I know when I watched yours, at first I was like, oh, this is amazing. But then right after, I was like, fuck, this is way better than mine. Fuck. But
it's not a competition.
It's not a competition, and it was just nice that we just did it. This like program we're doing is actually working for the first round. So
yeah, it's a little early in the time.
But who knows? It'll keep growing. We have T now involved. My partner, she's involved. She also didn't put the money down the first time, but she also finished her project.
Shout out to T, which was.
We'll save that later for our thing.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
I'll add her to the Wealth Simple group.
Yes,
and she can. It's just like it's one of those things. It's like once the train leaves the station, bro, it's every 3 weeks. I guess maybe there should be a thing to like opt out for the 3 weeks.
Nah.
Fuck
them. You got to do it. If you're in, you're in. You're out, you're out. But
true.
You know, let me paint a picture for you. I'm changing the gears on you.
Okay.
Talking client work here. I know our favorite topic. We love talking about client work, but it's what pays the bills.
Yeah.
Client, I know you don't really do photos, so you're gonna have to really do some imagining here. Okay. It's been a while since you shot photos. Client goes to you for photo, right? And they're like, "Hey, we have this event, and we want you to do a photo shoot for it. Are you about it?"
I'd be like, no. Yeah, if I was like a photo extraordinaire and they're like, oh my God, Spencer, your style is so amazing. Can you come capture this event?
Right. Okay. So you say, yeah. Wicked. Time goes by. You're about to like, you're working on you're judging your budget, trying to like give an estimate. And then right before you send off the estimate, they go, hey, so can you do a video as well? What do you say?
For the same price?
Who knows?
Or TBD?
TBD.
Tricky. And almost the entire problem with our industry, like in this little client zone, is it's fully case by case basis.
So
which is crazy. But most of the time I would say no. But it's like definitely capable for sure. It's just like it's just not the same thing, not the same quote, not the same routine, not the same mindset.
No, and these corporate people do not understand that at all.
Yeah, you're holding a camera. Can't you just flip it into photo mode?
Why can't you? You know, why? You already have the camera. You might as well take a couple clips, right? It's not the same thing.
You got the R5C. It has photo and video.
Yikes. But a reason why I bring that up is because I feel like this is where our industry is going right now. And there's going to be some rough waters to navigate as everyone's trying to figure this out. Photographers are now trying to dive into video because they want to offer themselves more as a package,
Right.
and vice versa. Obviously,
Right.
you're doing video and offer photo, but now with with Instagram basically saying, "Hey, photos, fuck you, we're done with you, and we're going full video," and you're going 9:16. It's now
You know that he like backtracked a little bit, right?
he's trying to.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. We're not even going to touch on that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we don't even know. We can't even tell with Instagram, but it's going to be very video dominant as it already is, right?
Dude, it's been like that forever.
So now people who are trying to advertise their business, they're seeing the same thing too. They're like, oh shit, I'm only getting like 20 likes on photos, but like my reels are racking up 10,000 views. I want videos, but I also need the photos. So why won't I just hire the same person and do both of them at the same time?
Right.
Have you ever done both photo and video on a
Enter
project?
Gen Z creative.
Yeah.
Have I ever done video and photo?
Mm-hmm. You're thinking way too long.
Yeah, dude. Maybe the last time I was doing that, I was like interning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a minute then.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I've ever, but I've been asked plenty of times to, like, while holding a camera, to be like, hey, can you just grab a couple of photos? And I'm like,
while you're holding a C200?
yeah, I'm like, this bitch doesn't go into fucking photo mode, dude.
I'll grab a frame grab at the end.
Or sometimes I'll take time lapses on set to like put in the video, and it's like at that point I'm holding a photo camera. I'm like, not my mindset, and that's what I'm like, and you're totally setting up a completely different thing. But I'm also aware that there are people who are very heavily marketing themselves as like photo video mode. You know, that's totally viable and probably a little bit more Gen Z vibe.
Yeah. So hi, that's me, stuck in the rut between the two of them where I have a background in video. I've been more focused on photo over the past 3-4 years.
You have a background in both.
I have a background in both.
Yeah.
But especially this first year of me going full-time freelance, I'm definitely finding it's a lot more video work as of late, but always with the caveat of it being the secondary, being like, can you do video as well? I haven't lost any clients about being like, cool, so I'm gonna have to charge extra because it's not the same thing. I've been having a pretty smooth transition with that and explaining to clients.
Well, I think they know it's not the fucking same.
I know, but trying to explain to them that I need a higher budget and possibly hiring a second person is tricky for them for some reason. So this is where my mind goes. I'm going to do both, right? Okay, let's say it's a wedding. A person would never shoot photo and video for. Actually, that's not even realistic.
But that's almost like the best example to tell people.
Okay, sure. For this
to like wrap your head around.
To wrap your head around it, we'll use a wedding. So say I'm doing photo and video for a wedding. Wedding photography and videography is so nerve-wracking as is because you have to capture the moments.
Right.
The kiss, the walk down, all of the things.
Speeches, blah, blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. If I'm doing both, the stress of having to capture both through photo and video is so tantalizing. It's so scary.
That's like not possible.
It's not possible in wedding.
Just in this scenario.
Yeah, in this scenario, it's not. But at the same time, or in any project, I don't want to miss a beat. I want to make sure that I capture everything, but which one is going to get more attention, the video or the photo? And not only are you afraid about missing the moments, you're also having to compartmentalize your skill set. Like I use a separate brain for my photo and my video, especially when it comes to like event coverage. I don't really love doing event coverage, but when it comes to things that are momentous and in the moment and you have to be working on the fly, very run and gun, you have to pick which one is going to be best suited for it. And when I'm thinking photo mode, okay, I'm thinking shutter, I'm thinking aperture, I'm thinking all the things, how fast I want to shoot it. But with video, it's like thinking about all of my settings, the color temperature, is it properly exposed, yada, yada.
Right, which in photo, you can completely not pay attention to.
Because with photo, I'm like this, right? I can this is my shutter, this is my aperture. But when you're in like a video camera, it's like, totally different buttons touching an LCD screen, especially in the C70 where everything is pretty much on the screen.
Yeah.
You're like swiping through the menu options. That shit is so hard to wrap your mind around, especially in run and gun situations. So it's always better off, in my opinion, to just ask for a bit more money and get like a second camera operator in there so you can give you a hand and make sure you don't miss any moments. And I actually just did that today. So it's very fresh in my mind, but it's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, I think it's frustrating because of the climate that we're in right now, because everyone's kind of expecting, and I think it's just that. It's the expectations of like, oh, why can't you do both for the same price? Like kind of not understanding that like this actually has been happening forever. Like people have always wanted photo and video, but they're two different job titles, you know?
Very different.
It's like I don't know what a similar thing would be, like asking a writer that's like some sort of copywriter to like write a script, but also can you write a recipe? And it's like, not like yeah,
kinda.
like I don't. That's probably not great, but it's like there's so many fields that are so similar, but they're totally different, and like our fields just have to be like just happen to be so fucking similar.
Here's a good example: a screenwriter and just like a novel writer.
Right. Okay.
They both
perfect.
can tell a story, but with screenwriting, there are rules that you have to follow. For it. Right. There's a format you
Plus
have to follow.
Plus, you're on screen. Like it's
totally different. The pace of like, if you don't even know like a page equals a minute, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's not common knowledge to like a novel writer. So like it is two completely different brains that you're using to achieve the goal.
Yeah, versus novel writers just thinking about character development and all this other stuff, which is kind of the similar thing of like even what you're saying when you're talking photo settings, and I kind of totally forgot about that. So basically, you're never gonna be able to, even if you think that you are, give 100% in each portion if it's something like an event. Not if it's like, okay, we're going to do an hour of video and then we're going to switch over and then we're going to do an hour of photo. That I can wrap my head around.
Yes, me too. And if that's like, maybe not an hour, that's really fucking short timing. But like, say it's like it's like a day shoot and I can split it in half, then I have no problem. And I've done that successfully. I'm about to release a little like social commercial of my friend Steph Park, where she is a postpartum athlete coach as well, who's releasing like an on-demand platform for new moms that are trying to become athletic. And it's not about like bouncing back. It was a whole beautiful campaign that we've been doing for them, but I did photo and video all in one day. But she was so on board with spending the first 4 hours of just video, and then we'll come back, we'll take a break, and then we'll do photo. And that allowed me to give myself some time to adjust my mindset and let my creativity run where it needed to. Because honestly, I can't give my best 100% effort if I'm doing both at the exact same time. It doesn't work for me personally. And maybe I'm not versatile enough, but I think I'm already versatile enough to offer both to the client, you know?
No, dude, no, it's not you. I think it's like that is something that's called context switching. And context switching is Cal Newport's like this author that literally does research on like multitasking and shit. And he's like, you cannot multitask. That's a fucking like it's fake basically. Like your brain actually can't multitask. You can pretend that you're multitasking, but you're not actually doing the task the way you would be if you were solely focusing on one single task.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's why we can't like just shift into photo mode and be like, cool, I got it, and I'll shift into video mode, because something like that, yeah, dude, I would love to. Or think about how shit it would be on the other side to try to be doing both at once, to be like, okay, rolling in this 6-hour shoot, 4-hour shoot, and then having to whip out your photo camera to be like, oh, let me just grab this quick. How many things that you would miss?
Exactly. And also it slows down the process. It really does. Like you're now having to a lot of stop and go. Like even that 5 seconds of like picking your other camera up, that 5 seconds is going to happen 10 to 20 times over the shoot, and it's just going to ruin the flow of things. So in my personal opinion, I don't like doing it. I'm not a big fan of it.
So what's the answer here? What how do you battle a client really, other than being like, yeah, I'm okay, I'll bring somebody else on?
I think that's the best avenue, and try and justify why it'd be in the client's best interest to have a bigger budget to bring on a second person, because all that means is that we're going to have a better, higher quality deliverable than me trying to do both. And if they're like, oh, well, so-and-so can actually do it by themselves, I'm like, well, cool. Like, I don't want to operate that way because it's also my name on the line. It's my brand. I want to put out something that I'm very pumped on and proud of. I'm not trying to just stamp my name on whatever bullshit that comes my way just for a couple bucks in my pocket. I want to make sure that it's sick. And if I know that I can't produce what I want completely by myself, if it's such a high task, they can go find someone else.
Yeah. I don't know if it is because we're like such little purists about it, but it sounds right to me. Like, I don't know. I'm completely aligned with like not being split, and that the budget should be doubled if you're like, it's a completely different thing. So it's a really weird time that we're in. But yeah, if you're in that boat, anybody like trying to just send out quotes, the more people who do undercut and say that, yeah, we'll do photo plus video, you're kind of screwing our industry a little bit. So please don't do that, because you're going to be the people that get the work, but also ruin the industry.
Yeah. And you're just going to burn out, really, honestly, trying to do both all at the same time. Like, honestly, look out for yourself, because that is a lot of mental work, not only physical work. So just, A, don't be an asshole. B, take care of yourself. It's good to talk about that thing, though. It's been on my mind. It's been on my mind for a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think that like gets to the bottom of it, though?
No. Because this is just the start of it, right? Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just growing and growing. But I don't know, man. I always think back to like when I always heard like the old saying, oh, fuck, what was it? If you can't do it yourself, hire out, or some shit like that.
You can't do it yourself, hire out?
Hire someone better.
Yeah.
Hire someone that can. So you're already reaching out to get someone else to do promotional material for you, photo, whatever, or video. If you want both, keep hiring out. It's like, you already know that you need to dish out the money. You might as well get the best product possible by spending that extra more so we can get more hands on deck. And the best way to have any project is to have more eyes on it, It's a simple answer. It really is.
I have like a somewhat of a hot take.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that makes you like jack of all trades, master of none type of thing, to be like, oh yeah, no, I could do photo and video. Yeah, no problem.
Why is that a hot take? Because it's so true.
No, but like, because there are excellent humans out there that are capable of like being a great cinematographer and a great photographer, because like they are, at the end of the day, you're using an eye, and that's like the same skill set that you can apply to both.
Okay, sure. I put myself in that category too. I think I do. I love my eye, my photographic eye, and I love the shit that I've DP'd as well. Yeah. But I don't feel that way collectively on set doing the same job, though. I don't think. Yes. Now you got me. Look, I sat up. Fucking pull my shirt back. It's not a hot take. Because what was your question, man?
It's like, if it just makes you like jack of all trades, master of none type of thing. It's like, oh yeah, no, I do this and I do this and I do this. It's like, well, we want somebody who like does video. I don't know if that ask is dead,
For sure. I mean, no, I think you can be like, what is a DP? A photographer of movie pictures, right? Yes, there's more. Yes, there's more skills. So you got to know lighting, you got to know tech.
Yeah,
yes.
Like they are, but that's our point.
That's what we do. But when it comes to like, I'm just talking about like, hey, I have a fucking restaurant and I want you to promote my happy hour. I want photos and videos. Can you do both? Yeah, I can, because I do have skills in both. But if you want a real good quality campaign that's going to bring some people through the doors, let's make a team and make something sick. Right. That's what my point I'm trying to get across. But I don't think there's anything wrong offering both as a person. Like, you can you're an editor. You're a professional editor. That's where your career is right now. Yeah. At this moment. Yeah. Do you also make good YouTube videos? Yes, sure. I think so.
Sure. I try, yeah.
Yeah. And you're good at shooting them, right? Yeah. You understand the technology. We light things all the fucking time. Yeah. Any time that you and I are on set together, you are like my right-hand man, helping me fixing things and also aligning my brain to get the shots that we want. Right. You're always good at troubleshooting that shit. Are you a master of none? you're a master of editing, but you can also dabble in all this other shit. You're good at it too.
Yeah.
So it's not gimmicky is what you're asking. I think it is good to be versatile. I think it's important that you have dabbled in all these other skills. So A, you can refine and see what you actually like, but B, you get really good at that one thing and also be able to offer your insight to other things to make the product even better at the end of the day. Like, how could you be a DP and yes, you want all these shots, but you don't even know what angle to point like an interview light at? If you don't know like the Bram-Rant triangle, if you don't know that, how can you work with this, right?
That's true.
So you have to have a little dip of your toes of all the little things. You got to know a little bit. So no, it's not gimmicky.
Yeah, I think
hot take, not so hot.
Yeah, it's maybe not, but I think the main takeaway, I guess, then is to not context switch. Like, do one, then do the other, and
do
that
really
is
well.
Literally that simple. But that technique alone, by doing one and then doing the other, not trying to do both at the same time, will make you do it better. That single thing alone.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think me riffing overcomplicated everything, and that is the most simplistic approach to take. Listen to the Spencer. That's the way to go. Just don't.
Yeah. So do one, then do two.
Sounds helpful. Thanks for the helpful insight. Speaking of helpful things, you already know what it is. Every week we talk about the one thing, the one application, tool, whatever it is that's been helping out our process, our progress, just day-to-day shit. You want to go first? What's your thing?
I would like to go second.
Okay. My thing is, it is not an object. She is not an object. It is my partner, Teresa. So, little backstory, little context.
If you remember from the beginning of the episode.
Yes, exactly. Little context. T last year was like, yeah, you know what? Hate my job, hate my career. I'm going to get into UX. I'm like, you what? And she's like, UX. I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. Little Google search. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, sick. I get it. Usually you got to go through school in like 2 years, a couple of boot camps. Takes a little while. 3 months later, she's like, I got a job as a UX researcher. I'm like, whoa, what is that? Still don't know, but I'm still like trying to dabble. But in the UX world, it's design essentially. It's like marrying like the mind to like human mannerisms.
How users experience, like how an app works, like the experience using the app or the website.
Exactly. So there is a design element. There's also like a psychology element. There's also just like a human understanding element to it all. So a best way to marry all of those things is developing an app or developing a website. A year and a half ago, it's been a little while, but I was like, yo, babe, if you want practice, I was just about to redo my website like from scratch. Do you want to like take a stab at it? She's like, only if I get to use Webflow. And Webflow, think of like, so there's Squarespace, there's Wix. A lot of those are like drag and drops. You take your assets, drop it down, boom, you got a website. Webflow, not like that at fucking all. It's so customizable down to the pixel without even having to code, but like every little thing, every animation, anything can be customizable. So it's very intense for people who don't do any designing. And she's like, cool, I'm just going to use that right off the bat. Took her a year and a half, but I'm excited to announce I have a dope, sick freaking website, all done by T, totally from scratch. She killed it. And I'm so pumped on it. And I feel like
she like really did kill it.
Dude, really killed it. And I feel like it is a perfect portrayal of me, and not even just like my work. It's not just a bunch of fucking photos slapped on a page. It's the way it works, the way that the copy is, the way the flow and the navigation of the website. She killed it. And it represents me so much that like I know when a client is like, if they're like cold to reaching out to me and they go on my website and that's how they find me, I know they're already gonna get a vibe of who I am because of my website.
That's cool.
So shout out to T. Shout out to my website, www.bynolanbegley.com. We'll link it in the bio, please.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I mean, you could also do it.
Yeah, I could. That's true. It's true.
Dude, imagine trying to edit a short film but not understanding Premiere.
She basically did that. That's what I'm saying.
Or like how to work a camera.
Dude, some people are just built different. Some people just like they're curious, so they learn it and they do it.
Yeah.
I can do that in time, lots of time.
Yeah.
But she just
Well, I mean, year and a half, but it definitely paid off.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you going to cancel your Squarespace?
No. Squarespace, I use that as my hospitality. I like to keep my portrait work away from my hospitality work. No, because I want to keep it open for ads. Squarespace, if you want to sponsor us.
Nah. I will not be cutting another Squarespace ad.
Okay, Salt McGee. What's your fucking tool then, bro?
Somehow somebody from Squarespace is like, well, fuck that guy.
We were just about to give you guys a sponsorship. Well, fuck you. Go to Wix.
No, dude. I'm keeping my Adobe subscription. I'm keeping my Adobe subscription just so I can keep my portfolio active. My website.
That's a good tool. Is that your tool? Because people don't know about that.
No, yeah, but I can't even. I don't have the capacity to say that. What is my tool right now? I feel like I don't know if I've mentioned a mouse before, but I recently got a new mouse. I've been using like the classic Apple mouse forever.
Little trackpad kind of vibe, but on the Magic Mouse.
Yeah, the Magic Mouse, and like the Magic Mouse is dope.
I love it.
It's like such a sick mouse that I've just used it forever.
Love it.
But in DaVinci, one of the most common shortcuts is a middle click.
What?
A middle click.
Oh.
Which that Mac mouse doesn't have. Doesn't have a middle click.
What does it do in DaVinci? This middle click.
It copies and pastes color grades.
Wow.
And a couple of other things. So I like just to do some quick Googling of like what mice I don't know what mice editors use, and the resounding answer was the Logitech MX Master 3.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyways, it's got a couple customizable buttons and like a scroll wheel that actually feels hella nice.
Is that the one that's like here? Inside the thumb?
Yeah. So it's got two scroll wheels, but yeah. But that's just horizontal scroll, which you usually that to me, the horizontal scroll on the Mac mouse is
gangster.
Yeah, it's so that's why I never left it. I was like, horizontal scroll is the goat. Mm-hmm. Anyways, this has like at least you still have that, but it has two buttons. 3 buttons that are like customizable for every single program. So they can do something in every single program differently or just on your machine. So specifically in DaVinci and like Premiere and stuff, one of them is like undo, one of them's cut. So like I don't have to like move my finger on the keyboard to like undo something or cut something, which is like mind blowing to me that other people have just been doing this forever.
Damn.
Okay. So it is like the productivity has just been like skyrocketing, or like simply like I'm in Spotify turning up and down the volume, skipping songs. I was like, this is so cool. I feel like a robot.
That's sick. That's a cool tool.
Yeah, it is. It's like definitely one of the biggest like increases for sure that I've just been like, wow, this actually is a big jump. Sure, it's not as sleek as the Apple mouse, but it's pretty freaking handy.
Sounds handy.
Yeah.
Sounds legit.
Yeah.
What's helping you guys? Let us know in the comments. What's up?
DM us on Twitter, man. Just let us know.
Disclaimer, we do not have Twitter. We have an Instagram that we hardly
No. Hit us up on Telegram, bro. Send us the $5 on Telegram. Have you seen those scams going around on like YouTube comments that'll be like random bot accounts or be like, hit me up on Telegram? Yeah, we don't have Telegram also, but hit us up on Instagram. 3-week challenge all day, baby. We got to figure out how to get other people in on that, but
do we start Discord? Let us know.
I don't know. I looked into it. It seems pretty complex.
How about you guys just start commenting and liking, and we'll let the community grow that way, and we'll see what's good.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. We love you. Call me when you get home. And bye.
Yeah. Take care of your pets.
Peace. Bye.